Well, hey, what's up, kids? Big Lou here, and welcome back to the Clubhouse. Today, we are on to episode 3 of House of the Dragon on HBO Max. I am loving what this show is giving us. I know that this episode, we have a little bit of a time skip, just like we had last time. I don't know how long, but a little bit more than what was between episodes 1 and 2, because in the next on we see that there's a kid there now, so I think that we're gonna be in for some really cool things. I have loved what we've been given so far, and you can check out my reactions to the previous couple of episodes in a playlist that I'll have linked down below. If you want to check out other reactions that I'm doing on this channel, make sure you go ahead and get subscribed. I'm doing reactions to Rings of Power, I'm doing reactions to She-Hulk, and then later in the month, of course, we've got Andor, which, as you can see, I kind of like Star Wars, so I'm really excited about that as well. But enough blabbering from me. Let's go ahead and get on into episode 2 of House of the Dragon right now. I love this music so much. Damn, that dude is still just...
No, please!
Ow! There he is. Nice. Light him up, boys! Light him up!
Save me!
Oh! I mean, at least getting squished by a dragon is probably more merciful, better way to go than being eaten alive by crabs. Yeah, arrows can't do anything against Dragonside. Oh, they can do something against him, though. That's a lucky frickin' shot. Oh, look at the little guy.
2 years old, and already our boy has a kingly presence.
Already, too.
Surely by the end of this hunt, we shall have more to celebrate.
And what is that, pray tell?
It only remains for Viserys to name him heir to the throne.
I wouldn't be so sure. I don't know that his grace sees it so clearly.
Then it lies with you to make him see it.
I bring urgent news from the Stepstones.
Not today, Tyler. It's been 3 years.
3 years,
You
okay.
can wait another 3 days.
Damn. Viserys, come on, dude.
Again.
Perhaps the princess might like to hear something else.
She would not. Play it again.
Yeah, I get that. Just listen to the same song on repeat over and over. That's a mood. I love her outfit.
Rhaenyra,
Yes, my queen.
you may go, Samwell.
You are to stay by order of the princess.
The Queen commands you to leave the Godswood at once.
Wow. You can see where this is going.
Is it the king's command?
Yes, but
Then at once, your grace.
it needn't be. None of it needs be this way in truth, Rhaenyra.
3 years and she still just feels that betrayed.
The whole of our family off to celebration and adventure in the King's Wood. You will be with your own child sooner than later.
It's not so bad. Aegon came quickly and without fuss.
Oh, yeah, probably not the thing to say to her who's lost her mom during childbirth.
How would you like to participate?
I'm not sure why I must.
Because you are my daughter.
No one's here for me.
I mean, she's not wrong. Yeah, girl's going through some shit.
Perhaps the princess can give us some insight. Your dear uncle is the great mind behind this war.
I wouldn't know. I've not spoken to Damon in years.
Since you supplanted him as heir.
But the crown is not at war.
The crown is at war. We've been dragged into it by your uncle.
Now have you served the rum of late Lady Red Wine, waiting cake?
Wow. Rhaenyra just... If Arya Stark and Daenerys Targaryen had a kid, it would be Rhaenyra.
Lord Jason Lannister.
Gathered that from all the lions.
I do have the means and resources to build one.
Why would you need a dragon pit?
To house dragons, of course. I'd do anything for my queen. Or lady wife.
Oh, and there it is. He's like that douchey guy at the bar that just doesn't get it.
You're of age, Rhaenyra. Jason Lannister is an excellent match.
He's arrogant and self-serious.
Well, I thought you might have that in common.
Wow.
And I have tried often to discuss it with you.
That is because I do not wish to get married.
Even I do not exist above tradition and duty, Rhaenyra.
Excuse me, Your Grace.
Where are you going? Yeah, go get your girl, Sir Kristen. That would have been a lot better had I actually got his name right.
Was I named heir to the Iron Throne, so that I might only further raise the standing of a Lord of Castle Rock?
You want me to kill him?
How lucky you are to have a say in your own life.
Many in the realm would gladly trade positions with you, Princess.
Only because none of them has ever held my position.
Grass is always greener.
You held enough power to write my name into the White Book as the highest honor any Cole had ever known. All that I have, I owe to you.
It's all about perspective. I love this.
I would be honored to take the Princess Rhaenyra to wife, Your Grace. Castle Rock is a splendid seat. Rhaenyra may take her place there by my side without shame and feel herself well compensated for her loss in station. If you were to name young Aegon heir, Your Grace, I had assumed...
Yeah, you know what happens when you assume there, Mr. Lannister boy.
It is your sworn duty to report rebellion stirring in my kingdom. I did not decide to name Rhaenyra my heir on a whim. All the lords of the kingdom would do well to remember that.
We get flashes of this version of Viserys from time to time when he gets riled up. And I think he would be a much better ruler if that side of him came out a little bit more.
Wine.
But then again, he could just be drunk.
You're not only Rhaenyra's father, you're the king. She'll do as you command.
It is not my wish to command her.
Yeah.
I want her to be happy.
That's not an option for her.
Who do you have in mind?
Prince Aegon.
It would cease the endless proposals for Rhaenyra's hand.
Yeah, it's laughable. Thank you.
Not to be suffocated by all this fucking politicking.
That, right there.
Princess, I must make a final plea that we return to the camp.
Tell me something, Sir Kristen. Do you think the realm will ever accept me as their queen?
I would.
I'll have no choice but to, Princess.
It's not the answer she was hoping for there, bro. What? It's gonna jump out at me. I know it's gonna scare the crap out of me. Oh. Damn. Yeah. Come on, Pumbaa, get off of me. Oh. Oh, Piggy. Oh. Yeah, that's a lot of anger right there that just got released. Wonder how long she'd been holding on to that.
I sought that vision again, night after night. I poured all my thought and will into it. I thought Rhaenyra was the way out of my abyss of grief and regret. And naming her heir would begin to set things right.
Oh, it did.
I never imagined I would remarry.
That's so powerful.
What if I was wrong?
Questioning his own... Yeah. Damn. That was powerful. Oh.
May not be white, Your Grace. I think he's a big lad.
Oh. Okay, so they didn't catch the White Heart. Something different. I wonder what that does for his mental stuff about the... Because, you know, he thought the White Heart was a sign.
Yeah!
There you go. I mean, I get that's a CGI stag, but the sound design is still just... It really sells it. And the stag presents itself to her? That's... Oh, yeah. She... I wonder what that's going to do for her mental state. Soaked in blood, strolling through. Guy's like, hey. It takes the crazy hot scale to a whole different level.
When you bore the king a son, you ended 15 years of uncertainty and doubt. If Viserys were to name him heir, the realm would fate him for it.
I mean, just talking about that is sedition.
What of my son? Would you have me raise a man to steal his own sister's birthright?
It is Aegon that's being robbed.
The fact that they all believe that just is going to be one of those things that is just gear grinding throughout the entire run of this show, I think.
Lord Corlys and Prince Daemon are losing their war. This is a plea for aid. What do you believe, Viserys?
That I am forever doomed to anger one person in the pleasing of another.
Yeah, that's called ruling.
Is it better for the realm if the crab feeder thrives, or is vanquished?
That's it. That's all you need. Right there.
Dwarfstone.
I'm sending word to Daemon. Aid is sailing to the Stepstones. Do you not think my decision correct?
It is no consequence to what I think, as I'm often reminded.
Why must every effort on your behalf be resisted?
Because you mean to replace me. You have no further use for me. You might as well peddle me for what you can.
I do not seek to replace you, child.
I will not live forever. I wish to see you contented.
You think a man will do it?
A family.
I had a family. If it was for advantage, you would have wed Lena Velaryon.
That's it.
That is true enough.
You must marry. Shore up your succession. As to your match, make it yourself.
Wow.
Find one that pleases you, as I did.
That's huge. She didn't know how to react. That's such a good scene. The fact that it takes all of that for the two most pivotal people in the realm to have an honest conversation. Communication is key to everything, guys. Talk to the people you love.
I bring word from His Grace Viserys Targaryen, first of his name, King of the Andals, the Rhoynar, and the First Men.
Yeah, he knows who he is. Oh, damn. I mean, literally the definition of don't beat the messenger. Holy crap. You're just gonna walk right in, huh? No. That is not his style at all. Wow. Yeah. There it is. Damn. Okay. Oh, ow. Okay. No, that's enough. You got him. Is that the same shoulder that he got shot at the beginning of the episode? There it is. Nice. A little close there. Oh, that's not Caraxes. Who is that? Who is that? It's a white dragon? I dig it. Yeet. No, it's just the one. Not even Caraxes is here. Oh, we don't even get to see him kill him. He's just dragging his body out. Correction. He's dragging his torso out. Fucking Daemon, dude. Ew. I get it's all makeup and special effects, but it's still... Oh. Yeah. Nice. Good episode. Good episode. I dig it. Okay, so there is a lot to unpack in this episode. I want to start off the top here with the stuff that we just watched with Daemon and the Stepstones battle and with the Crab King and stuff like that. Or the Crab Feeder, rather. Crab King. Anyway, the fact that Daemon didn't say a word of dialogue through that entire sequence from when he lands to when we just see him at the end speaks volumes about what a incredible actor Matt Smith is, because he didn't need to say a word, a dialogue, to get everything that he was trying to convey. It was so powerful. He's such a good actor, and the way that they have this blocked and stuff like that. I would say scripted, but not scripted too. But even though there's no dialogue, was fantastic. I'm really, really curious to see what's going to happen between Daemon and Viserys now that he read this letter saying, "Hey, we're sending you aid. Don't worry." And then Daemon's just like, "Fuck you! I'm doing it on my own." And just goes on this suicide mission. I mean, granted, it worked out. He didn't die. You know, just doing that inspired his troops to be like, "Oh, hey, let's go kill these guys." You know, so it's really going to be an interesting dynamic with what's going to come next. I have not watched the on the next episode yet because, like I said in the last review, I want to have my own thoughts about this episode without knowing what's coming. So it'll be really interesting to see what the fallout from this battle is. As far as the White Dragon, I don't know who that was. I'm very interested to see. We finally see another Dragon Rider and a Dragon Rider doing Dragon Rider stuff, not just flying around like we have so far. But it's great. And we saw it at the beginning of this episode with Daemon on Caraxes, right? Caraxes, yeah, Caraxes, and squishing on the guy that's like, "My prince is here to save me." So that was horrific and yet hilarious at the same time. I guess now that I think about it, Daemon had dialogue in that opening sequence. Yeah, when he was trying to call out the crab guy, whose name was Drayar, I think is what he was saying. So I don't know if we're going to get any more backstory on him, or if this is done and all of this battle with the Triarchy is just set up for putting the pieces in motion for the Dance of Dragons that we're going to be having. And yes, I know it's called the Dance of Dragons, even though I have not read Fire and Blood. Anyway, the stuff with Viserys and Rhaenyra, there's so much to unpack there. Just the interplay that they're both having internally within themselves is just... it's so good. It's so compelling because Viserys is torturing himself. Did I make the right decision naming her as heir? And Rhaenyra is torturing herself with, when I become queen, are the people going to accept me? What types of uphill battles am I going to have to fight? And the conversations that Rhaenyra had with Kristen were some of the great stuff. And I think you get the sense over the past 3 years that is not the first conversation like that the two of them have had. You kind of get the sense that they've kind of come together a little bit. And I don't know if they end up together. I hope they do. I don't think they do, end up like getting married because his oath to the Kingsguard and whatnot. But I'd like to see some type of, more intimacy between them, because you get the sense that she can be herself around him, and kind of the same that we get with Viserys and Alicent is that, she even calls him Viserys, and I don't even think anybody calls him Viserys. Well, maybe Emma did. I think Emma did. But anyway, so yeah, it's such good stuff. And that conversation between Rhaenyra and Viserys in the council chamber, where he's finally having an open and honest conversation with her for the first time in, since he decided to announce he's marrying Alicent, and her confessing to him how betrayed she felt. So good. The generation or the family trauma there is not going to be healed in this show, because that's just not how this show works. But it's awesome to see it used as a mirror to us, to be able to, life lessons and things of that nature. But yeah, it's so good. I'm loving this show so much, and this episode has just kicked it up to the next level. So I don't know if there's going to be... I'm sure there will be, another time skip, because that kind of seems to be the MO of this show, at least until we get to when we get the actor change for Rhaenyra and Alicent. I am babbling a little bit, kind of means that I have probably run out of pertinent things to say. I could just blather on for another hour, but that's not a compelling YouTube video. So make sure that if you want to see how I react to the rest of this season, that you go ahead and get subscribed, turn on those bell notifications, all those good, happy, fun things that YouTubers always say. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start getting this out. Like I said, I've got episode reactions for Rings of Power, She-Hulk, and then Andor coming at the end of the month. All right here in the Clubhouse, so be sure and stay tuned. We'll see you then.